everyone, it's Shel from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's day 20 in the 2024 Countdown to Christmas series with Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations. Our technique for today is the napkin technique, and I've never done this. So the other day when I was at Hobby Lobby, I picked up this pack of napkins and I thought the entire thing was buffalo check with just one of the Merry Christmas signs on it. Turns out it's not, it's 4 of them, so you could technically make 4 cards with one napkin. There are a couple different ways to do the napkin technique. They all start off the same. You're going to want to cut the napkin down to the size that you want it, and then you're going to want to remove the backing piece from it. This one here, you'll see that it looks like it bled through to the backing, so you have a little bit of design on there, and it would be really cool to go ahead and use that maybe on like a vintage something. So you definitely could use both of the pieces, so you could even get more out of your napkins. Like I said, there are a couple techniques for this. We are going to be doing the glue technique. We're just using a glue stick to go ahead and add some glue to the white piece of cardstock and then try to attach the front piece here. I did not do a great job. There were some wrinkles in this one. There were more wrinkles in the other one, which is why we end up covering it up. But this one had a few wrinkles in it, but nothing that I couldn't cover up or try to smooth out. So you want to try to smooth out all of the wrinkles that you possibly can. And then I went ahead and took this over to my paper trimmer and cut down the sides. Then any of the excess on the bottom that wasn't cutting off with my paper trimmer, I'm going to go ahead and cut them off I'm going to just fold them over and glue them down to the back. Then we're going to take a piece of black cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5 and score it on the 8.5-inch side at 4 1/4 to have a black card base, an A2 card base. This pattern paper is leftover from the project from the other day, the one that I did the cat and the dog popping out of the teacup and the box. Had some leftover, had some ink left over on one of the blending brushes, just went around the edges of it to give the pattern paper just a little bit more interest. And then I'm using my Barely Arts glue to go ahead and put glue on the back of the pattern paper to attach it to the black card base. So this measures 1/8 of an inch smaller than the black card base. Then I'm going to use that same Barely Arts glue to go ahead and pop that Merry Christmas sentiment onto the front of the card. I tried to space it evenly in the top and the bottom. And then we're going to go on to decorating it a little bit. Can see that there's a white dot next to the Mary, the Y in Mary, and that's weird because it's not on any of the other ones. It was just on the one that I chose. So I'm going to add some white gel pen dots to make it look like that was supposed to be there, and then I'm going to add 3 white dots to the left of the C in Christmas. I also added some highlights to the berries. If I had to do this over again, I would actually do the highlights to the holly and use this glitter glue for the berry. I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to have a very difficult time getting this Lawn Fawn glitter glue out of this tube. So I probably would have done the exact opposite. The berries are easier because they're round. I do put a little bit of the glitter glue on it and then use my craft pick to go ahead and pull out the glitter onto the shape of the leaf. So once I've done that, I'm going to put that off to the side, let that dry, and that will be the first card. When I was at Hobby Lobby, I picked up some of the decorative tissue packs because I thought they were really cute. I am sponsoring 3 seniors this year, 2 who are in nursing homes and 1 who is 98 and has dementia. She lives at home with her daughter and has a cat. So it was just something that resonated with me. My grandmother had dementia and, my love for cats. So I decided to sponsor her this year, along with the other 2. And one of the things that they asked for the seniors were some tissues. So I thought these decorative tissue packs were really, really cute. There were some Santa ones, and there's a couple other designs that I picked up. But I thought this one was really nice, and I picked it up for myself and wanted to see if the napkin technique would work with these tissues. And they do. You can see here I'm doing the exact same process that I did with the napkin one that I'm separating the front from the back using glue. This time, since it's one full pattern, I am using a piece of 4 by 5¼ inch white cardstock for the card base, or for the card front. And you can see here, there are a bunch of wrinkles on it. I did decide to go ahead and use an old Hero Arts kit. I believe it was from last November 2023. And I'm going to use some of the pieces, the dies in there to decorate the card. I did run it through my Bitty Buzz Cutter, everything except for the ornament that you see there, that big white ornament, and then I'm going to just decorate it. So while I'm putting the ornament, or this is just actually going to be kind of a wreath, while I'm going ahead and doing that, I thought I would talk to you a little bit about this series. If you guys have not gone over and checked out the intro video yet, I will leave a link below in the more information section. Make sure you go over and check that out. It has more information about the series as well as the giveaways. There will also be a link to Marie's channel and a link to the playlists for the entire time that I've been doing this series. I've been doing it for a couple years, and then the last 2 years, Marie and I have been doing this series together. We do 25 videos each Christmas season, and we post videos Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We came up with 25 different themes, techniques, ideas that were different than last year's, put them in a randomizer, and then listed out the days so that she and I could be doing the same techniques on the same days, and you guys can get a lot of inspiration from 2 crafters who have completely different styles. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Some of the techniques she is really, really good at, and they're in her wheelhouse, or she's done before, like this napkin technique, and I never have. There were some other things, like any interactive kind of cards. That's my jam, not so much Marie's jam. It's not that she's not good at it, because she is, but it's just we all have certain, things that we feel comfortable doing. So that's one of, I like the interactive cards. Marie does a lot of things with the alcohol inks, and she and I just we just have different favorite things. So we put together our ideas, came up with days, and we are bringing you guys this series. So I hope that you enjoy it. We are doing some giveaways to thank you guys for watching and commenting, because as much fun as it is to do the series, it's just as much fun to see what you guys think about our stuff, and we love interacting with you. So as a way to pay it forward and give back for, you guys watching all of our videos, we want to do some giveaways. So make sure that you check that out. And I think that is it for all the housekeeping stuff. So back to the card, I am using some of the napkin to do this little poinsettia on there. I originally had it cut out of, I was going to cut it out of something else. The bow I originally had cut out of one of the bags that I've gotten from Honeybee. I used that as the bottom layer and then did glue the napkin on top of it just to give it a little bit more stability. Going to glue the poinsettia right down to the backing and then the middle piece over top of that. We're going to use some Nuvo glitter drops, and this color is called Honey Gold. And I added it to the center of the flower and then put dots all around. And I'm going to also add a little bit to the bow. And I apologize if you hear some noises in the background. Brownie has been super, super lovey. I've had a really rough day. I had to go to the doctor today, and I have to go get some testing done to get some questions answered about my heart. And so it's been a really, really rough day. And then when I came home, I had a rough day at work. So Brownie has kind of been my little therapy kitty. He's been very, very attached to me. Right now, he's climbing up onto my shoulder. He's like my little Velcro kitty. He knows when I've had a tough day. So he is, so if you hear anything in the background, that is him walking around on the desk wondering why we're not going to bed yet. So I do the same thing for the white card base. I go ahead and fold a piece of cardstock that measures 4¼ by 11 inches, scored at 5½ on the 11-inch side, and then I'm going to glue the card panel down to the front. And that is both cards for today. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Comments or questions, leave them below, and I'll see you again real soon for another video. Bye!